I don't think I'm feeling too well because I've uploaded 2 career mode videos in a row now. There must be definitely something wrong with me, but welcome back guys to F1 2016 career mode. We're here for the Spanish Grand Prix and wow, look at all those upgrades heading the way of McLaren Honda in this episode. Coming into this round, McLaren were literally the backmark of the entire field. They were the worst team on the performance index and now they've shot up into the midfield right behind the likes of Toro Rosso and Force India. So those guys might be on the bounce back in this season, but Friday practice, everything went without a hitch, without any dramas, and we went through pretty smoothly. Now we're on to practice 2, testing out the qualifying performance of the car, and I will say that Spain might probably be one of the hardest tracks of the entire season. The AI are very strong here, so I'm not expecting any kind of fireworks at this Grand Prix. I'm just hoping to score inside the top 5 and, back up my teammate Lewis Hamilton because he's going to be the main threat for this round. So, end of Friday practice 2, our qualifying runs are in and we ended up in 11th place. Always hard to make a mark early on in the weekend because the AI don't get affected by the green track or low grip conditions. So, as the weekend goes on, we'll get more competitive and times should get better. It's time for qualifying.
Here we are at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya for the start of today's qualifying session. It won't be long now until we're ready to join the action down at trackside.
So here we are for qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix. Jenson Button in his newly upgraded McLaren heads out first of the 20 cars on track. Is it 20 cars or is it 22? I think it's 22 in 2016. Down to 20 in 17, that's right. But either way, through the final corner for our first run on the soft compound tyres, doing a balanced tyre strategy this weekend. I'm more biased towards the race. I want to do well in that stanza. I know I'm not going to be that competitive in qualifying, so we'll focus all of our efforts onto the race if we can. Our first run wasn't that great, ended up in 16th place by session's end, and I had to go out again. I'm using the same set of tyres that I used at the start of the session. I just thought the lap wasn't quite the best. I could probably find another 3/10 or so by going out again, even on the used set. So hopefully on this lap we should improve, and that should just about get us through into the next part of qualifying. I don't want to use 2 brand new sets of soft compound tyres and then have nothing for Q2. So if I can get through on this set of tyres, which I'm doing now, it's to really set up the rest of our weekend. We go position 15, and that should be just about us through to the next session. 2 minutes to go, and we are pretty much on the bubble. The bottom 6 get eliminated, and so we're in 15th place. So if we drop to P17, we are out of this qualifying session. Rio Harriento, 19th place, doesn't improve. And as I was cycling through all the other cars on laps, in the dying seconds, the session ended on me. So we made it through to qualifying 2. One of the closest calls I've had, to be honest. Just a combination of not getting a good lap in at the start and also Spain being a very tough track for the player to be competitive. Through to qualifying 2 now, and I'm using the same set of tyres I used in Q1. This is basically just to set down a marker, set down a banker time, a reference, and then at the end of the session, like I'm doing now, we put on the new tyres and we make the old time look pretty ridiculous. We go purple to the first sector, so that's good to see. Through to the middle sector now. This is kind of where we lose half a second, and then the third sector we lose even more time. So this is an area we need to improve on as we clip the ball out on the inside. Doesn't cost us any time or damage, surprisingly, but we carry on. Slight cut through the final chicane, and the run up to the final corner and the finish line sees us improve by over a second, and that puts us inside the top 10 as Kimi Räikkönen blows past us on his flying lap. So there we go. We're through to qualifying 3. If there was going to be any track on the calendar where we wouldn't make it, it would probably be this one. But thankfully, we have qualified inside the top 10 at the moment. Qualifying 3 now. Conditions have really darkened up here. Rain is supposed to be hitting us in about 20 minutes time. But this final lap here in qualifying, on the only set of brand new tyres we have, puts us in position 8. So, not as much ground found versus qualifying 2. I put in a pretty good lap. I mean, I was overdriving the car a bit. I got up on top of the curb on the exit of turn 9. Lost a bit of time there. but I was nowhere near my teammate Lewis Hamilton. 5/10 away and 9/10 off of the fastest time set by Max Verstappen. Like I said, guys, the AI are ridiculous at this racetrack. But when we get to the race, it should be more level pegging as the grip level comes up over the course of the weekend. So we'll see how we go. It's time for the race at the Spanish Grand Prix.
What does the Spanish Grand Prix have in store for us today, I wonder?
We've got all the makings of a great race today. World champions in competitive cars, lots of drivers on form, and I suspect a few strategists on the pit wall looking to try something a bit different and maybe jump their cars up the order.
Okay, Jeff here. Can you hear me? We're not starting where we hoped, so you need to be aggressive today and push your way through the field.
Does Jeff realise who he's talking to? He's actually encouraging me to push through the field. Okay, if he wants to insinuate that, then it's all gloves off for this Spanish Grand Prix. Away we go for the formation lap. This is going to be a tough race, starting from 8th place. It's not really a track that's good for overtaking. Tyre wear is going to be very hard as well. And just being a track that the AI are very quick at, this could be a very tough race for us. But we're all counting on a really good start here to elevate us through the field, and from there, who knows what could happen. So here we are, gridding up for the Spanish Grand Prix. Let me know down in the comments where you think we might finish by the end of this one. I'm hoping to at least get somewhere inside the top 5. That's going to be the aim. But here we go, ready for those lights to ignite and get us underway for the Spanish Grand Prix. Away we go for round number 5. And it's been a bit of a wheel spinny start. Not much progress being made on the run into turn 1. We're going to have to pick and choose our lines carefully because this could decide the fate of our race. Up the inside, we can follow Lewis Hamilton through the first sequence of corners. Yellow flag has been brought out. That's only a local yellow though. But we survive and move up into position 5 with Nico Hülkenberg right around our outside there. Had to tuck in, and we take his position as well. So first lap is essentially done and dusted here. There's a couple of cars squabbling for position number 2 in this Grand Prix. That is Ricciardo on the mediums, with Raikkonen following closely behind on the soft compound tyres, followed by both the Mercedes. There goes Lewis up the inside of Raikkonen. He moves himself onto the podium. But watch us though, we're going to have the slipstream on all of these guys and make it 4 wide down the straight. That has just happened. We have just gone from position 5 to position 2. Look at this, in the slipstream of everyone on the straight. Ricciardo loses out massively. We gain 3 or 4 spots. And what a way to start the Grand Prix. Look at this from the old board. You can see us tucking into the slipstream. Lewis is going to the inside. I see a gap emerge on the inside as well. It's 4 wide down the straight. And we're with a massive winner from this. Here's the onboard from Lewis looking behind. There's a Force India getting involved as well with Hülkenberg. He might overtake a car or two as we run into turn 1. But look at the momentum that I had on this start-finish straight. I'm running with high aero, and I still flew past these guys. I was running in rich, but the other guys must have been running in standard for me to pull away that much. But we carry on with the action, and Hülkenberg gets involved with those guys too. There's a bit of debris on the exit of turn 2. He goes up the inside of my teammate, and Hülkenberg goes from P6 to, what is it, P4 now? So Raikkonen and Ricciardo lost out so much ground there. It was absolutely ridiculous. But we carry on to the end of lap 2. Verstappen is absolutely flying in the lead. We are able to stay within a 10th of his best lap at the end of the second lap. So I was pretty happy with that to kind of match Verstappen in clear air. But as we carry on later on into the stint, tyre wear is starting to come into it. And unfortunately, the slipstream is keeping the guys behind me in the game here. And here comes Raikkonen up the inside into turn 1. He's going to have the track position. He's going to have the inside. I leave him the space. And we carry better momentum through turn 2 and hold on to our position for the moment. An inside front lock up into turn number 5, I think it is. And that allows Raikkonen to go up the inside. And I think he's going to get the move done here. This is not really a spot you want to be in. Around the outside going through turn number 8. And he moves into P2 with Lewis Hamilton now making his stop on the end of lap 5. So a very early stop for Lewis. He might be going onto the hard compound tyres, whereas I will be doing 2 stints on the medium. So it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out over the course of the race. So on this lap here, we've just got to keep pushing on with Kimi Räikkönen, a qualifying style lap before we make our pit stop, and hopefully we can come out in front of Lewis. I think he might be encountering some traffic, so hopefully that can play into our advantage if possible. Same with Verstappen as well, who was leading by an absolute mile. I'm hoping he encounters some traffic too. 2.4 second stop. Unfortunately, not enough to get us in front of Räikkönen, but what can we do versus our teammate? He was held behind a Williams, so this might be pretty close between the two of us as we rejoin on the track. Watch out for Lewis on the left-hand side as we cut to the third-person camera. Lewis is nowhere near us, so he must have lost a second and a half, or maybe even more on that outlap. That's absolutely cost his race, and being on older tyres, I don't really rate his chances for the rest of this Grand Prix and actually trying to catch us and overtake us, because having fresher tyres at a track like Spain is really key to your lap time, I suppose. But moving on to lap number 8, and you can see we've got massive pace on Kimi Räikkönen. We're all over him here, and we have so much pace on him that it almost looks like he might have a problem. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to get back to you guys on that one, but we got the inside into turn number 7, or is it turn 8? I think it is turn 8. We're going to have to hang it around the outside now through fast turn 9. Slow in faster, open the DRS on the exit, and we're going to have the inside line for turn number 10 now. And we move onto the podium for the moment, with another car still yet to make their stop. So we're looking good in this Grand Prix as we go purple as well, at 120.8. That is a mega quick lap around this racetrack as we try and chase down Max Verstappen. We've just gone even faster, 19.6. What is that pace on the medium tyres? I don't think we're too far away from qualifying pace. That is absolutely mental at the halfway point of this Grand Prix, but we are absolutely chasing down the leader here of Max Verstappen in the slipstream. We've got DRS on this lap as well, and now we just got to set him up for the pass. Maybe go round the outside through here, take a nice wide line in. This is really going to help our exit speed, and look at that. We fly past Verstappen through turn 3, and we've hit the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix, and we're still going purple. What a middle stint this has been. These medium tyres feel absolutely amazing, suiting our car to an absolute T, to the point where we're just driving away from the field now. Let's keep this up, build out that lead to God knows how much. If we can just keep up this pace and keep pushing, who knows what the lead could be in 5, 6, 7, 8 laps time. Hopefully we don't destroy the tyres too much, but yeah, I just feel really comfortable in this middle stanza of the race. You can see on my onboard here, I'm just showing you this lap because it looks like we're going to go purple again, and I think this is one of the fastest laps I do of the entire weekend, of the entire race, sorry. The car just felt on rails. It was doing everything I wanted it to do, even though it had more fuel on board. I just had so much confidence going through here, just chucking the car in. It would do absolutely everything right, and I was just in the groove. But through the final corner, up to the line, rich revs, and we go 19.5. Just, the car felt absolutely stunning through that point of the race. So, at the moment, we're just continuing to stretch out that lead. I think we will be stopping around lap 17, 18, maybe a little bit later because we are stopping on the medium tyres once again. We've stretched it to lap 21, and we're going to be coming in at the end of this lap. We have lapped a couple of cars as well who have made an early second stop. This is Carlos Sainz, who we're going up the inside of, and he just leaves us the space as we dive up the inside there, and into the pit lane we go for another set of the medium tyres to round out this race. So Verstappen, I will say, he came in fairly early, around lap 16, maybe even earlier than that. He's gone onto the hard compound tyres. So the fact that we've gone this long into the Grand Prix and we're going on medium tyres versus Verstappen and Räikkönen on the hards, I think this means we should surely have the upper hand for the rest of this Grand Prix. We have emerged in the lead, and now we've just got to deal with all the backmarker cars who seem to be going quite slowly at the moment. 8 laps to go, and the gap is about 6-7 seconds, something like that, as we get around Marcus Ericsson, and all these guys are just battling for position, which make things a little bit harder to get through the field, but everyone pretty much has been pretty cooperative, and you know, it's pretty good to see. Lap 31 now, Bottas going very slow. That wasn't really the ideal place to let me go through, because then he got DRS, flew straight back past me, and now he's going to slow down again at the apex of turn 1 and hold me up even more. So that's absolutely great. when Verstappen and now Hamilton are chasing me down. I think Raikkonen got a problem. The engineer just told me a few laps ago, but Bottas being a real thorn in my side here. He held me up by about 2 seconds over the last lap and a half, but really, that was all the problems I had in the second half of the race. It was being really cruisy. We managed the gap from here on in, and now we're going to cross the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix for the second time in our career.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
That feels good. To win at a track like Spain, we just had a really good race, and from the second stint onwards, we just drove away from the rest of the field. We started off with a bang. The 4-wide action on the start-finish straight was absolutely mental, and then as soon as we put on the medium tyres, we were just on the on the right strategy, and no one else could really touch us. So, really satisfying to have a race like that. Lewis Hamilton finishing on the podium as well, after Raikkonen had some intermittent issues towards the back end of that race. So some really good points for Mercedes. We moved to the top of the Drivers' Championship by 10 points. So things are looking very good in both the drivers, but more so the constructors, because I think our lead is out to even more now. And there it is. It's 34 points over Red Bull Racing. Ferrari is still way down the order, 87 points away from the lead of the constructors. Those guys are mega quick, but they just don't have the luck or the consistency to back it up. I just wonder when some luck is going to go the way of Ferrari, but everything is looking really good. Driver position, we are safe within the team, and I don't see us getting fired anytime soon, especially with the next racetrack that's coming up, the Monaco Grand Prix. But we'll get to that in a few seconds here. Another upgrade coming in the way of a chassis weight reduction, so that is going to push us ever more closer towards Ferrari and Red Bull in terms of pace. Basically draws us level now with those guys. So from here on in, it's a three-way showdown for the drivers and the constructors, and we're all on equal pace now. So this championship is only just getting started now. Hopefully you guys can join me for the journey. The next race is the Monaco Grand Prix, and I don't even think I need to say how excited I am for that race. So stay tuned for that. I'm really getting into the groove of career mode again, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the regular videos. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and smash the like button if you haven't already. And until the next race, the Monaco Grand Prix, guys, I'll see you next time.
See you later.